You know, everywhere UW-Platteville head women's basketball coach Megan Wilson has gone, she's been a champion. At Barneveld High School, she won 2 state championships. While at UW-Stevens Point, it was a national championship. But this time around, Wilson is only looking for one win, one that is out of her control. As Rachel Emmendorfer and her fellow Pioneers work hard to get better on the court,
hey, there you go. Hey, let's go, here you go.
UW-Platteville head coach Megan Wilson is trying to do the same off of it.
Good, Jay.
Because of NCAA rules,
Put an attack, bud.
Wilson can't be with her Pioneer family in the offseason. For now, it's her family at home that needs her the most.
It looks like cancer, and those are just words that you never expect to hear, you never want to hear, and I think at first it was just a whirlwind, right? Like you're just, like this can't be true, this can't be happening, maybe the pathology will come back different.
Unfortunately, it was true. What was thought to be a benign cyst at first was now stage 3 pediatric cancer for Megan's 6-year-old Palmer.
We had named her Sis Lily. I remember getting into the car that day, and she's in the back, happy as can be, and you know, my husband says, well, it turns out Lily's kind of a witch. That wasn't the exact words he said.
Fighting Lily wasn't going to be easy for Palmer or her family.
They're like, well, it'll be 43 weeks of chemotherapy, and I think that was the next time my jaw just hit the ground. Like, she's 6 years old. She's gotten very smart through all of this. I think she's gotten a better education than any first grader could have ever gotten this year. And she said, oh, Mom, I wouldn't trade places with you. I want to fight Lily. You know, and it's just like, and then you feel like you're doing something right. I mean, you got a 6-year-old, now 7, who just had a birthday, saying, I got this, you know.
I'd rather have short hair than no hair. But it does make it easier not to. It makes it easier because then I know how to brush in the morning.
Yeah.
Palmer is now 31 weeks into her treatment. She's spent more time with doctors and nurses than playing with friends.
It's like jiggly.
Despite all of that, it's still a 7-year-old girl.
It's a selfie what?
Kind of like a selfie stick.
A selfie stick, you think?
Hi. Hi, hi, hi. Shucks.
As treatment began for Palmer, Megan's other family was hit hard by the news as well.
She called us into the locker room one day, and we all sat in our normal spots around our lockers, and we just knew that something was wrong. Immediately, I think the team's reaction was, what can we do to help? I mean, obviously, this is a very serious situation, and we understand that we want Coach Wilson to know that we understood her priorities was to be a great mom first and take care of Palmer.
Having their blessing right from the start, and then, you know, just seeing the growth even through all this adversity and the strides we made as a team. You know, I hope they learn something about strength and family and perspective this year.
I consider myself a very mentally strong person, but it's very humbling to interact with Palmer and just see that smile on her face.
And it wasn't just Coach Wilson's squad showing love for Palmer.
Good luck and keep kicking cancer's butt. Palmer's strong. Let's get it.
It was every team in the Pioneer family. Even their fiercest competitors were Palmer strong. But nothing compares to a mother's love.
Nug? No.
Okay, fine. I'll only do it because you're my bestie.
I'm your bestie, aren't I?
Let's just say you're my BFF 100Fs.
There's no one tougher than her. Not me, not anybody I've ever competed against. She's the strongest person I know, and she's 7 years. And I think it's remarkable the amount of people she's taught to be tough this year.
Including you?
Including me. I thought I was strong. I mean, both physically and mentally. Before we got here. And I think it's different when it's a kid. I think it's different when it's your daughter. It's hard. Every day is hard. But in front of her, because she's strong, I'm strong.
Well, here's the good news. Palmer is responding well to treatment and only has 11 more weeks to go. I've heard that Palmer got to stay up late tonight to watch her story, so I wanted to tell you that you're an amazing young woman, Palmer, and you have an awesome mom. And we are all Palmer strong.
Yes.
Amen. What a moving story.
Yeah.
And gosh, we learned so much from these little kids fighting cancer. They're so brave, such brave warriors.
She's an awesome young lady.
Great story. Thanks, Jocko.
This is NBC 15 Sports.
Hello again, everybody. You win some, you lose some. Maybe the story of the Bucs season so far, winning game 1 and losing game 2, winning game 3. Unfortunately, against the Celtics tonight, you kind of knew it was coming. In the second, Wesley Matthews from Madison Memorial drills the three-pointer off the Eric Bledsoe assist. Bucs take a 16-point lead, and that's the good news. Well, here's some more good news. In the third quarter, it's Giannis, the Greek freak, going baseline and flushing it down with one hand. The Bucs led by 15, 65 to 50. Throw it down, Greek freak. However, the Celtics rally in the third and close out the quarter, taking back the lead. Jason Tatum sticks the step-back triple. The Big C's had the lead, and then later, Giannis got pulled down by Marcus Smart. Everyone is okay. I'm not okay with the final score, 116 to 105. Game 7 of the World Series tonight in Houston. Right now, Washington is added to that lead. It is 4-2 in the 8th inning. Time for us to take a quick timeout, but we need a rest, right? When we return, Badgers basketball, volleyball, and soccer. Oh my, you're watching NBC 15 Sports. Well, as Brad Davison walked out of practice today, he screamed, "One more." That if you're telling us that he can't wait for Friday to get here and only had one more practice before the Badger men's basketball team gets out on the court at the Kohl Center once again. UW hosts UW lacrosse in an exhibition game, 7 o'clock on Friday. The Badger women at home hosting our friends from UW Whitewater. Look who's back. It's Abby Leszewski down low. Abby is a distant cousin to our boss, so it's mandatory that we show one of her highlights, right? One of the newcomers for the Badgers gets into action. Julia Pospilova for 3. Welcome to Madison, Julia. She's from the Czech Republic. Kendra Van Leeuwen, she's from Canada A. Easy deuce under the rim. Then it's Diamond Bragg going coast to coast. Not really, because that would take way too long to show. Counted in a foul. You heard the whistle. We love UW, so we got to give them some love. Becky Rader goes strong to the basket. Nicely done, but too much bucket tonight. Bragg to a Monty Lewis down low. Badgers win 67-34. The Badger volleyball team in action against Maryland tonight at the Fieldhouse, trying to remain perfect in the Big Ten, and it's plays like this that'll help. Dana Retke and Madison Duello having a little block party at the net. Game and set to Wisconsin. They're up 2-0. Match point coming up here in the third. Daniel Hart, instead of the kill, she gives a little tap right here. Wisconsin game, set, and match. 3-0 and are 11-0 in the Big Ten. And finally tonight, competing in their last regular season game, the number 7 Wisconsin women's team in soccer down to Ohio State 2-1 at the McClymonds Soccer Complex this Wednesday afternoon. Wisconsin went undefeated in the Big Ten and will host Purdue on Sunday at noon in the first round of the Big Ten tournament. So lots and lots of Badger stuff going on. Unfortunately, the Bucs lost, but that's all right.
Yeah, they have a lot of games yet. The season's nowhere near over.
Seriously.
It's just starting, yes.
77 more games.
Right. All right, thanks, Jocko. We'll be right back.
This is NBC 15 Sports.
Hello again, everybody. After a rough stretch, that's how the Brewers lose 7 of 8 games. The crew has got things going in the right direction, and that direction is winning. Milwaukee has won 4 straight, looking to make it 5 against the Nationals tonight. And this one was tied at 0 in the 7th, with the Brewers get things going with 2 outs. Here comes Lorenzo Cain. You say low, I say Cain. He shoots one down the right field line. It's going to clear the bases, people. 3-0, good guys. Still in the 7th. Here comes Moose. Mike Moustakas with the base hit. Low Cain scores, and it's now 4-0, and all of this is awesome. 5-0 after a bases loaded walk, and here comes Jesus Aguilar smacks one to left. 6 runs in the 7th for the crew, and they go on to win it. 6-0 is the final. Same 2 teams tomorrow at Miller Park. First pitch is at 12:10. Forward Madison FC got their first home win in team history on Saturday. Tonight was another test for our favorite soccer club from the state's capital. The Mingos taking on Bavarian SC. The U.S. Open Cup first-round match tonight in Milwaukee. First half action. Brandon Eaton with the one-timer to put Forward Madison up early 1-0. And a great dance to go with it. Later in the first half, the Flamingos on the attack. Check out Yuro Bariga Toyama. He's going to net that one, and Forward Madison will win their first-round match of the U.S. Open Cup 2-0. The Bucks are up 3-1 in their series with the Celtics. Milwaukee looks to end that series tomorrow night at Fiserv Forum at 7 o'clock. I'll be live at 6 with a preview and live at 10 with highlights and post-game reaction. The Badger softball team has had quite a regular season, but that was then and this is now. And now is the Big Ten tournament starting this Thursday in West Lafayette when Wisconsin takes on Iowa.
The last few seasons, we've looked at this Big Ten tournament of how do we use it to get into the postseason? How many games do we have to win? You know, who can you beat? Do you need to make a run to be postseason eligible? And we're taking a whole new glance at it this year, that it's really about winning this tournament. And I love where we're at as a team. I think we've put together a great body of work through this season. So now, instead of getting all worried about, you know, who you're matching up with and how do you do, it's about, you know, being here for 4 days and winning games and winning this tournament. And I think there's a whole new level of determination that this weekend isn't prep for next weekend. It's about this weekend.
And what an honor for me to be the host of the PD Awards for the second straight year tonight. It was a night to celebrate student athletes at UW-Platteville and just how awesome the Pioneers are. So many great things happening in Platteville and their athletic department. Congratulations to all the winners. You know what? Everyone that was there was a winner in my eyes. Go Pioneers. That's it for sports. NBC 50 News at 10. We'll be right back.